So what I normally do, so for example, in this file, I've already got an edited version of it. So the Mac or XIPs, whatever mode you're using, if you go into the edit for that mode, you've basically in this column got all your attributes or DMX channels. And then if you go across here under default, you got the default DMX values for those channels. And so by default, the beams dimmer, which is your overall dimmer for this fixture, would be at 0. And then if you scroll down, your auras dimmer would be at 255, and your pixel dimmer would also be at 255, and that meant that your master instance would be controlling the dimmer. But I don't want that. I want my sub instances, my pixel and my auras instances to have the dimmer control. And so by setting these to 0 and 0 here, and setting this to 255, that means that as far as the hierarchy of the fixture is concerned, its dimmer is always on, but you have the control in these sub instances as to what the dimmer is actually doing. That's the gist of it. So if I go back here and import a new fixture, and I import or XIP, it's always hard to know which one's the right one to bring in because interesting. There are all so many different versions up there, but let's try this one. So import this fixture, and so if we go in here and hit edit and go into I use extender mode, beams dimmer here, the master dimmer will set at 0 by default, and then your beam dimmer, which will be your pixel dimmers. So this is actually a different profile to what I've been using, but the pixel dimmers, which is these multiples down here, are set to 255, and those ones that I changed to 0. And same with the aura dimmer here. Well, that's already default to 0, so that's handy. So it'll depend on the profile you have as well. So it depends how the profile is built, and it takes some trial and error each time to figure out. So normally I do this in live patch because it means I can see it live. So I would have so like if I was doing this in live patch on my screen too, I would have like a layout view up. That had my pixels on it, and I'd also be doing it live. So I'd have like if I grab my aura, let's just grab these ones. Oh, grab these ones, and we store. Sign that. So I'd have like a certain combination of my pixels, and I'd drive them to full, and then I would be looking for that on my fixture as well. And if I wasn't seeing it there and I wasn't seeing it here, I'd then have on my other screen, just imagine it's my other screen, I'd have my live patch up, I'd be in my fixture types, I'd be editing this fixture, and I'd be going through and trying to figure out what ones are doing what. And it's a little bit of trial and error, and then once you get used to it, it becomes pretty straightforward.